It's the third annual Fannie Awards. And now, here's your host, Andrew Fantasia.
Welcome back, my friends, to day 4 of the 2017 Fannie Awards. This is exciting. We're getting up there. We're almost halfway there already. So let's get to it. What was my number 7 movie of the year? It was Get Out. I'm not telling you to leave. I'm saying my number 7 movie was Get Out. Guys, when you hear that one half of an amazing comedy team is going to be writing and directing an original horror movie, you're probably excited, but also a little confused. I know I was. Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key are two of the funniest guys working in show business right now. Horror doesn't just sound like it's out of their wheelhouse. It sounds like it's in a whole different town of wheelhouses entirely. But Jordan Peele proved that comedy isn't his only strong suit by giving us Get Out, one of the most creative, topical, and gosh darned horrifying movies that I have seen in a while. I was hooked from minute number 1, and that tension didn't let up until the final frame. The idea of taking this horrific Frankenstein-esque plot and stitching it into a very realistic modern-day setting was a stroke of sheer brilliance. What I found so great about Get Out was how Peele managed to infuse every second of this movie with an undercurrent of paranoia. We knew going into it that this was going to be about racism in some way, shape, or form, so our hackles were always up. Every person, black or white, who came into contact with our main protagonist, Chris, was a potential threat. We knew the bad stuff was coming, but who it would come from drove us insane with worry. Once the big twist hits and we find out exactly what's going on at the Armitage house, any lesser movie would stumble at this point and become less tense or too erratic or just messy. But somehow, Peele managed to make this part even more fun by just 100% committing to how crazy and messed up the whole situation actually is. With only a handful of characters and one setting, Peele delivered more thrills than every slasher flick I've seen put together. Apart from being a scarily topical look at current racial paranoia in Western culture, Get Out is just a straight-up entertaining movie that I will watch over and over again. And now, it's time to take that angel on your shoulder and flick it aside, because we are only paying attention to this shoulder. This is the Fannie Award for Best Villain. Villains are a tricky situation because sometimes we don't even know they're coming until it's too late. That being said, of course, there are going to be major spoilers just in the nominees alone. This was a year full of very strong villains, very frightening villains. There were a lot to choose from. Hell, it just so turned out that 2 of our nominees this year are played by the very same actor. So this was an interesting year for villains all around. Let's cut right to the chase. The nominees for Best Villain of the Year are David from Alien Covenant, Ray Kroc from The Founder, the Armitage family from Get Out, Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming, Kevin from Split, and the Fannie goes to the Armitage family from Get Out. Look who's hogging all the awards today. But in all seriousness, though, this is an award well deserved. Despite a bevy of bad guys lighting up the box office this year, nobody disturbed me more than the sweater-wearing, tea-drinking, unassuming Armitage clan from Jordan Peele's directorial debut. Every time one of these family members is on screen with the protagonist Chris, there's a boatload of tension in the room. They could be doing or saying things that are total non sequiturs, whether it's Mr. Armitage talking about the deer that live in the surrounding woodlands, or Mrs. Armitage boasting how happy she is that she got her husband to quit smoking through hypnosis. The sheer creepy atmosphere created by these people makes you want to analyze the cadence of every syllable they utter, or scrutinize every wrinkle of their facial expressions for some kind of clue as to what they're really up to. And it would have been so easy for the actors to play the roles with creepy demeanors like a lot of lesser horror films would have done. But no, these seem like very affable, sweet people. Until they're not. The best part of all is that there are 4 members of this family, and each of them manages to ooze evil in their own unique way. The mother is smug but silent, overseeing everything from the background. The father is charming and quick with a joke, putting you in a false sense of ease. The brother is abrasive and seems to vanish and reappear like a ghost. And the daughter is the most frightening of all, a duplicitous sociopath who can turn her charm on and off like a light switch with the remorselessness of a Terminator. Even though I'm a white guy, I felt unsafe in the racist Armitage household, and that in turn only amped up the trepidation I felt for poor Chris, who's stuck in there with these people. Meeting the in-laws has always been a scary prospect, but this family takes it to a whole new level. And that has been day 4 of the Fannie Awards. Tomorrow, day 5, and maybe Get Out won't be hogging all the awards tomorrow. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, you can look forward to movie number 6, and you can also look forward to the Fannie Award for Best Fight Scene. Please don't hurt me. All that is coming tomorrow as the 2017 Fannie Awards continue. See you then.